EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On the ground, here's Wilson. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Texans getting all set to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. A nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Now Williams. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. 23 yards on that pass play. Good for a Bears first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Now a run on first down. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. And he's going to have the first down. They'll mark him at the 29, but it's a new set of downs. First down picked up.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Throwing on second down. Williams. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
What did he tell us in our production meeting this week, Mike? He takes such great pride in his coverage abilities, and after that play, it's pretty clear why.
Third and 5. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He's going to have the first down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Look wide. Get this one complete. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throw it again. It's Williams. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Bears. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. They'll elect to bring it out here. Now on the return, he has lost the football. And this is taken in by the defense. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
And this will be knocked down. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll air it out down the middle. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Chicago.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Wilson. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
He'll drop this underneath to Wilson.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll tuck it and take off. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A big play there on the scramble. And even 30 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Quick throw, taken in. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. 14-0 is our score. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now give on the ground. And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. They'll run on 2nd down. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Anderson's kick is good. And the Bears stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
This one complete to Palmer. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but as we approach halftime, you've got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
He'll find his running back, Wilson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll look to throw again. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase 1st downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. A carry here for Wilson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Here's 3rd and 2. He'll run. It's Wilson. A pickup of 14 on that one. First down for Houston.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. A carry here for Wilson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A run here with Wilson. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. The extra point is good. And the Texans are back in this one. It's 17-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Here's Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes.
That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Well, this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. That's on the former first-rounder, Rashawn Slater. Here's Wilson. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. ground, it's Wilson. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. First and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
And he's going to be about a yard short of the first, getting it up to the 36. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Throwing again, Williams. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, that ball was thrown. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
We can do this, offense! We got that defense battle. You make a play here, and they can do it.
They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Now he'll give it up. It's a reverse. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Williams. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone. I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Here's a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And he's going to take this one all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Chicago. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll run with Wilson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll try the right side this time. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. He'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
It's 1st down, and they'll run. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. a 2nd and 6. On the ground, here's Wilson. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the 2nd half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Right back to him on 1st down. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Texans. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense, let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes the return from a yard or 2 deep. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. To throw is Williams. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. Well, that was a nice-looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
It is 3rd and 10. We'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Open man, left side. He's got it. Well, they hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down. Now a handoff running right. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. On 2nd down, it's Williams. A dive and a catch. Incredible. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Chicago. Now Williams. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
2nd down and 3. RPO and the quick hit to Smith and Jigba. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with first and goal. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Bears will extend this third quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. So they come to the line for first down and 10. On the run, it's Wilson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up here on second down and 5. They'll look to throw. He'll air one out for Palmer. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 74 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
He'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Throwing is Williams. Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. 15-yard pickup there. Good for a Bears first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, that second down play call is not real fancy, but at this point, Mike, they're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off and try to protect this lead? But now it brings up a pretty interesting third down. Can they keep the ball and finish this thing on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
On third down, it's Williams. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. From the gun, here's a handoff. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Open man, right side. He's got it. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up 1st downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is 3rd and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point attempt still to come. His kick is good. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll air one out for Palmer. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
He's going to look downfield once again. And that is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This is intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They're able to bounce back after a difficult loss a week ago, respond with a much better overall performance, and it culminates in a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.